We are in Utrecht at the Big Data Expo where I'm speaking with Heine Krog Iversen, founder and CEO of Time Extender. Welcome, Heine.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
Can you tell us a bit about the Discovery Hub product offering?
Yes, I'd love to. You can say that the most important thing we have out right now is that we are now supporting Microsoft Azure Data Lake and the Azure SQL MI instance, which for us is a big move forward so that our customers can have a combined data platform with regardless of what underlying database technology, because we really believe that that should not be the question. We believe that it's the value comes from the use case of the data and not these discussions on should it be this type of database or this type of database. So now we are bringing out the offering that it really doesn't matter. You can have it the way that best fit the use of and the amount of data you have. So I think that's the most exciting thing we have right now.
Well, you already mentioned the Microsoft Azure, Discovery Hub being on the Microsoft Azure platform. What was the biggest challenge in getting the product ready for this?
I think it depends on who you ask, right? If you ask the engineering team, of course there's a lot of new stuff that they need to understand. Moving to cloud is a big task. But I also think it was to come up with the framework and how would we actually tackle to utilize the cloud together with our customers. And one of the biggest decisions we had to make was, would we offer to host the data so that you also would buy your Microsoft Azure instance from us as an integrated solution, or would we leave that to our customers to have that relationship directly with Microsoft? We made the decision that we will not support the Azure component directly. We support that, the agility on how fast you can utilize the platform, but becoming a data provider. And that's actually what would happen. So it would really change the discussion with our customers and partners on the trust level, because now I would have access to your data. And I absolutely don't want to have access to your data. Working in healthcare and financial services all over the world, you don't want to go that route. So there was a mix of very technical things that we need to figure out, but also some very key strategic business decisions that needed to be taken.
And how was it received? How is it doing?
I think we're doing great. It's always difficult to monitor. We have the product is available on the Azure Marketplace, which of course in itself gives a lot of attention, a lot of great marketing and awareness that it exists. And it also helps our customers deploy faster, because part of being on Azure Marketplace is that you can deploy the software in the cloud. So it also helps our customers accelerate how fast they can get started. Even if they want to do it on-prem with the data, you can still do that. So we have this hybrid environment. You can go both ways, right?
What is your view with the Time Extender team on self-service BI?
Do we have 2 hours? No.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. I think self-service BI today is a little overrated. I think the concept is great. We need to give everybody instant access to data, and we need to give them tools so that they can get some meaningful information out of these data. If you look at how self-service is tackled in most situations today, it involves a giant workload of data preparation, because you need to connect to an ever-growing number of data sources. And the average business person has no clue. They can simply not figure out how to do it. And then it's not self-service. So with Discovery Hub, we actually try to move the barrier so that the business users with the self-service tool only have one data source, and one data source where they can trust the data. Because otherwise we will never see the full potential from self-service.
How do you secure data governance within an organization?
Well, We try only to secure governance around your data, which in itself can be difficult and complex enough, right? For us, compliance, security, it all goes hand in hand. And it has to do with a mix of controlling security and access control, of course, all the way down to row level. It has to do with capabilities to mask data and all the other things that we need to do going forward with the GDPR being in effect in EU. But it also has to do with documentation and data cataloging, so that people actually understand what's in there and what are these data allowed to be used for. Because very often, and if you talked about self-service, there's no governance. If I just give direct access to all the sources, how do I control that the data I use, I also have consent from the owner of those data, the personal individual, that I can use the data? But if you build it into a Discovery Hub platform, we can both document, the use of the data, who has access to the data, and by that we can add to that compliance piece. And then we also have to agree that full compliance is very difficult with self-service, because now I have data on my laptop, and how do I secure the next layer? And I think that's an area we just need to accept. If we want to have access to data, yes, eventually there will be an endpoint that we cannot control.
We're on the Utrecht, Dutch marketplace. Can you tell us a bit about the Time Extender partnership strategy?
Yeah, absolutely. Time Extender is not only local here in the Dutch market, but globally 100% partner-driven organization. We don't believe in creating that conflict between selling direct and having partners. And we have a very distinct approach to partnering, so that it needs to be very, very easy. We don't see our partners as revenue stream. We see them as a win-win partnership, right? And if there's not a win-win, it will never be a flourishing partnership. So we need to work together actively in the field with our partners and serving the customers and moving all of us to a win-win-win situation, where the customer get the benefit, the partner get a better business, and we sell some software.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.